Hey guys, welcome back to the Web Monkey. Hope you're staying safe wherever you are. And the point of today's video is to introduce you to the upcoming changes to WordPress with version 5.4, which is going to be released a couple of days from now on March 31st. Before I go on, let me just mention that most of the changes will involve the actual Gutenberg block editor. So if you're already using a different page builder like say Elementor or Beaver Builder, you might not be as interested in these changes, but nevertheless, you should still know what's happening with WordPress. Before I go any further, let me also mention that in order to take full advantage of the new changes, you do need to have the actual Gutenberg plugin itself installed. I'm not talking about the default Gutenberg that comes with your WordPress installation. I'm talking about the actual Gutenberg plugin itself, so you need to have that installed to take full advantage. So with that out of the way, let me show you the new changes with WordPress 5.4. And the first major change is the fact that we now have access to two new blocks. The first one here is going to be the buttons block, which you would find under layout elements and then buttons. And of course, as the name suggests, you can add buttons with this block. So as an example, by now, I'm going to add that. I'm going to change the text color. I can add my background color, you know, the usual options that you would normally have. But then what's nice about this is that in addition to choosing a solid background color, you can actually go with a gradient and choose a gradient design, which could actually work depending on what your site is all about. So that's the first new block that we have access to. But we now also have access to the social icons block, which you would find under your widgets. So the idea behind the social icons block is to allow your subscribers to follow you on your social media platforms. It's not for them to share your content. For that, you still need another plugin, unfortunately. But the way this works is you simply choose on the icon that represents your social media platform. So as an example, I'm on Facebook, I've got a Facebook page. So I'll just come in here right now, add my link, and there you go. Facebook is now active, but the WordPress is also active. So to remove WordPress, simply click on the WordPress icon and then remove the link in there. You click outside and now WordPress is gone. So this is how you will take advantage of the social icons block. There have also been some major improvements to some of the existing blocks. A very good example would be the latest posts block. So right now, to the right, you will notice that we now have access to more features. So you can go with the post content settings, choose to either show the excerpt or the full post. You can choose the number of words you want to have for your excerpt, show the post meta settings as well, maybe show the display featured image, change the size of the featured image, the alignment, and so on. So a major improvement to the latest posts block. There was also been an improvement to how you can add images. Namely, you can now simply choose to drag and drop your images inside of your gallery block. So as an example, I do have the gallery block in here. Now I can go in here and simply click on an image on my desktop and then simply drag it inside, and there you go. Voila, the image has now been dropped successfully inside of the gallery block. So that's a really nice improvement, I feel. But there has also been one other major change, which is absolutely fantastic. And what am I talking about? Let me quickly add the columns block in here. Let me add, say, a paragraph block. Let me add that one. Let me come in here and add social icons. Let me come in here and add the gallery. All right, what am I doing in here? If you pay attention and look down at the bottom of my screen, you can see we've got something that looks like breadcrumbs, right? A hierarchical structure of the page we're working on. In here right now, you can quickly choose what particular block or element or column you want to work on. Right now, gallery is active because I am working on the gallery block, and that's why gallery right here is the last element you're seeing. But if I click on column in here, this is going to represent the column holding the actual gallery block. Then if I click on columns, This now represents the block that I added to create the 3-column structure. You get it? And then finally, of course, document will represent the actual whole page itself. So this is a very quick way to choose which particular block or column you want to work on, and it's fantastic. I think this is one of the more important changes they've introduced to WordPress 5.4, so take note of that. Now, something very similar to this is the new, I like to call this the tool tip or the pen tool function. In here, when you click on tools, you can choose to either edit a particular block or simply select the block. So you choose select, for example, right now, and I can come in here right now and simply select whatever particular block I want to work on. So the way this works is, if I want to select, I simply use the escape key on my keyboard, but then to do the actual editing, I'm going to press enter on my keyboard, and now I can begin to edit the block or content I want to edit. So this helps in a way to make it easier for you to move around, either selecting an element or choosing to edit that particular element. So that's another thing to take note of. Another major change is the fact that you now have the preview function, where you can preview how your page would look like either on a tablet device or on a mobile device. Now, take note though, the mobile display at this point is not 100% accurate, because I actually tested this. I built a dummy page with Gutenberg. It looked kind of nice in a way in the WordPress backend, but then when I checked on my phone, it looked a little bit different. So they still have a bit of a way to go before this feature is actually perfected. But it's great to know that it's actually in the works. They're actually working on this, so that's fantastic. And kudos to the developers at Gutenberg. Gutenberg has really made giant strides ever since the first day it was released. So we'll see where Gutenberg is a few months from now. That's pretty much the major changes that you now have with WordPress 5.4. Again, most of them involve the actual Gutenberg block editor. There's still some other few changes that you don't see. This is mostly for developers. I'll be talking about that a bit later, possibly in another video. But that's pretty much it for WordPress 5.4. If you have any questions about what I've covered in here, or if there's anything else I failed to mention which you're aware of, please be sure to put them in the comment section below and let others know. My name is Alex. Please continue to stay safe wherever you are. And oh, by the way, I will be releasing the new WooCommerce tutorial in a few days from now. It's going to be this mega WooCommerce tutorial covering how you can build yourself an e-commerce store, and I cover a lot of really important stuff there. So look out for that. So that's it. Thank you so much. My name is Alex once again. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye bye.